We good to go?
Yep, got it. All right.
We are super excited about tonight's Zoom. I know it's the first one since before the summer that we've done, so it's going to take a while for everyone to get back into the habit, and people are still super busy. I know a lot of my people are at ball practice, or just getting home. So still a crazy season right now, but we're excited because we are now, summer is ending. I think tomorrow is the first day of fall. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so.
can't barely hear you.
Oh, now I'm black.
There you go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if my speaker's on really quick. Hold on, guys. How we doing?
A lot better.
Better? Okay. Well, shoot.
I need to take that real quick.
Okay. So anyways, we are starting a new season, you guys. And we have a lot of new team members. And so we really thought that it would be awesome to come together and talk about this season that we are, hi buddy, talk about this season that we are entering right now. And because most of you guys are new and you haven't been through this time of year, and we have a lot of great tips and things just to help keep you focused. And basically what I want you to do tonight, I want you to listen to everything, and I want you to think about what you'll enjoy most. I want you to think about things, how you can incorporate these tips into your life. And basically what we want to do is we want to write out a little game plan for you tonight. We want to write down a little, kind of like a checklist. And this is gonna, sorry guys, my kids are just, they're having a late night and they're trying to go to sleep, and I knew that I would keep them up for the next hour. So I'm sitting in my car and it's dark. Anyways, so we're going to go through not only some things that you can be doing, but we're going to give you our best tips that we have to help you make the most of all of this. And then kind of just take notes. And then when it comes to especially blitzing and social media, I think those are things that everybody should be doing on some level, whether it's a little bit or whether that's what you do all the time. And Brianna is also going to talk about partying and doing vendor events. And these are great, such great ways to get you in front of a group of people in one day or even in 1 hour. So lots of great stuff coming. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Brianna and let her get started with what she has to say tonight. And then I'll go next. So, Brianna, you gonna introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Brianna Mannon, Ruby leader on Whitney's team. And I, like Whitney said, I'm going to talk about doing parties and vendor events. And sorry about being on the phone, but that was a new customer, so had to take time for that. So the awesome thing about parties is doing belly to belly is just so much better than always social media. But of course, everybody's going to have their own niche and you need to do it all. But parties are a great thing to build your business. So I'm just going to go over a few tips and tools to get those parties booked, and also what to do at the parties. So the great thing about getting the parties booked is some stuff that Whitney will cover in blitzing and going out and talking to people. Always you can do the vendor events also and give away free wraps or do a drawing for free wraps at the vendor event, and every single person that you get out of that vendor event raffle, you call them and say, I'm sorry you did not win a wrap, but you want a wrap appointment with me. And if you get 4 or 5 friends to come along to listen to this wrap appointment, then you can get a free wrap that way. So then they have another chance to win a free wrap, and they will be trying to book parties, and that's more ways to book the personal parties. Vendor events, you can look on Facebook, you can look in your community and find vendor events to join and be a part of. Is definitely worth the time. You set up a little table and put the products that you have, or that you can get even boxes of. The last vendor event, I set up all boxes of products just so that like my cleanser and my lip and eye, some of those bottles, they last such a long time that some of the writings off of them. So the boxes I always keep because they look a lot better. But luckily, some of the boxes I had the product in because the wind blew a little bit, and it was a good thing because those boxes would have blown because it was outside. So, but then they can take it out and smell it and stuff like that too. But it just looks good. So I keep all the boxes of products I've ordered. But if you don't have it, then you set out the party pads that we have now, like this. And you know, some of us, you only get 3 of these in your kit. So take advantage of the time like we just had with the 15 or 20% off. I got 2 10-packs of the party pads, and I only paid $17. And that's with shipping and everything. So take advantage when the company offers to do that. And that was probably another little hint that a new product's coming out. But because they want to get rid of those party pads, and we don't have product catalogs right now. So we're definitely
Brianna, you're muted.
Oh, God. Okay. So thanks. So find those vendor events and get on those. Right now is going to be the best time to find those. You're going to have the fall festivals. You're going to have Christmas events, Christmas stuff like that. So it's really big right now to start with the vendor events, and you can book a lot more parties that way too, on top of Whitney talking about blitzing and stuff like that. So once you, like I said, the vendor event, have very little on your table, what you do have, sample out some energy drinks if we have energy, or if you have energy, sample out the greens and have some green shoes on the table just to look cute, or have something for them to try and they'll chew on it while you're talking to them, and then have the party pads out. Very basic for vendor events. Same thing with a party. When you go to someone's house, what you can take in one bag is what you need to have for the party. Make it simple, make it duplicatable, make it where the joke that I learned or heard recently is if an 8-year-old can do it, then you can do it. And that's how the parties need to be. So I don't know if you guys seen the wrap party that Ronnie Brown's little girl did on Facebook Live. It was very cute. So she talks about a lot of the different products. So, but that's not where I got the 8-year-old from. I seen it after I said the 8-year-old thing. So I got that from a really good motivational book that I think everybody needs to listen to or read. I actually got it on audio because I can get through a book a lot easier that way. If I'm reading pages, I go to sleep. So, but if I listen, I stay awake for some reason. So it's called Beach Money, and it is amazing, amazing, amazing. So these parties, when you do house parties, you want them anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half long, no longer. Make sure you stay on track on these parties. Before you start the party pad or start the party, ask anybody that wants to wrap if they want to wrap. If you go in another room to wrap them, don't stay in there longer than 1 minute to 3 minutes. Make sure you get everyone at the party to register. Give them a sheet that they'll fill out with their name, their address, not their address, their email address and phone number. So you have a way of contacting them later on. Same thing with wrap parties. Have a money bag, some green samples, the party pads, some wraps, some forms, and make sure that you are showing the passion, because there's more people are going to buy from the passion you have. Like I said, get wraps out of the way. If nobody wants to purchase a wrap, make sure you can cut a wrap in 10 to 20 pieces and let people try it that way. When you do a party at the beginning, ask everybody what most concerns them about their health, and that will kind of get them on thinking what to do as far as when we get into the party pad. Don't go over more than 5 products. When you go through the party pad, stop where it says pick your path. That's the farthest you need to go in the party pad for a house party. You can give them a party pad to look through, but you don't need to cover anywhere past that. Another great thing I heard recently, when you go to a party, give them, like I said, a party pad to look at. In the party pad, give them a loyal customer form, give them a DT form, and a steps to success paper printed out in here. And it's just really good for them to see that. So this is the part you would stop, the very middle where the staples in the middle of the book, pick your path, is where you stop at during a party and don't need to go any farther. I think that's all I have, Whitney.
Awesome. You mentioned that these people can find the vendor events on Facebook, and that has been one of the most helpful things because, most people don't know that there are groups. There are vendor event groups that you can join for your area or surrounding areas. So, you could look up your city. Like if you lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, like Charlotte, North Carolina vendor events or vendors, just search that and it'll pull up groups and stuff. So look for those groups in your area, surrounding areas. And when people run these, are looking for vendors, they post in these groups. And that's an easy way for you to get your hands on some great vendor events. They're all sizes. Some are small, some are big. Woo!
That reminds me that you say that too, Whitney, because the one that I did this past weekend, I made sure you go around at a vendor event and give everyone your card. Make sure you get everyone the other vendors' information, because they'll be your next best DT because they're already in that kind of business. Yeah.
And they're the most open to listening to what you have to say because they're in your shoes. They're a vendor themselves. And one thing that I like to do is I like to put a dot, like with a marker or a sticker, something on these Blitz cards that I hand to the other vendors. And I say, hey, this is vendors only. If you come by our table, you get an extra $5 off of your wrap, or something. And so that kind of just, kind of opens the door even more. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things at vendor events is to talk to the other vendors.
Yeah. So I got a paparazzi and a LuLaRoe, which I try to stick away from that because I do so many groups. But they actually added me to some vendor event groups since this past weekend. So, and actually tagged me in some local events. So it's good to talk to them, like Whitney said, not only for business, but to help you get more business because they're going to be going to these events also. So,
right. Awesome. So moving on, I'm going to touch on blitzing. So even if you're new, totally cool. Maybe you have been in for a while and you haven't done this yet. everybody got these coupon cards in their kit. Okay, we call these Blitz cards. When I started this business, I was terrified, absolutely terrified to talk to people I didn't know. Like, it made me nauseous. Honestly, I was even terrified to like run into people I did know at the store. Like, I wanted to like do my thing and get home, and not have to like be an extrovert at all. I'm more of an introvert, believe it or not, but in certain situations, I can totally be an extrovert. But this was not one that I was like willing, because to walk up to a stranger and give them a coupon, that was frightening. And I thought that everybody was going to like throw it back in my face and, be skeptical and just hateful. But this tool, after using it just a few times, I realized that this was one of the best icebreakers that they could have possibly given us to reach out to our cold market face to face. Because who doesn't like a coupon? Everybody loves coupons. So I just incorporated this into my daily life. I, you know, I was working 6 nights a week. I was a full-time student during the day. And my girls were really little. They were 18 months and 3. And I just had no time. I had absolutely no time. And so this is one of the biggest reasons that I went diamond in 5 months. I couldn't, there was about 3 months into my business, one of my best friends had joined my business, and every other Thursday she was off of work. And so I was able to set aside 2 days a month to go blitzing. And we would drive to like a different city that was near us and blitz. We would go to malls, we would hit up salons, massage therapists, chiropractors, like whoever we could, just to go in and kind of share what we had. And there are so many great tips on blitzing. I'm not going to share absolutely everything that we could possibly know. But it doesn't have to, it's not complicated. It's a coupon. So if I'm going through the bank, or I'm checking out at the grocery store or Walmart, or if I'm eating out, I will give this to whoever has helped me, whoever has served me at these different places. I'll say something like, what, you've been so kind, or, to me tonight. This is annoying. You've been so kind to me today. I have a coupon for you. And then when I say that, I extend it out to them. Like, I hold it out to them like, hey, I have a coupon. Because if it's still in my purse, or if I'm like hugging it or holding on to it, it's not as likely that they are going to grab it and take it. But if I'm holding it, if I'm already extending it out to them, like here, they're going to take it. Then I just let them look at it for a minute. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, have you ever heard of this amazing botanical wrap? And they're like, yes or no, depending. I just ask a little question, then I let them take the conversation in the direction it needs to go. And if they say no, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm really shocked that you haven't heard of it. When they flip it over, I say, that's what it does. And the only information that I give them about this wrap is what is listed on this Blitz card already. They don't need to know the scientific method. They don't need a list of ingredients. They don't need to throw a catalog at them. That's all they need to know, unless they ask for more. So super, super easy. One of the biggest things with blitzing, though, one of the biggest areas that people mess up when blitzing is getting their information. So there are a lot of great tips that that make this easy. And honestly, I use probably 5 to 10 different tips, and it really just depends on the person and where the conversation's going, in which I use. Some people have a sticky note stuck to every single Blitz card that they have, and they tell people, hey, write your name and your cell phone number on there, And I will, I'm doing a drawing later this week. I will enter everyone that gives me their information, or write your number on here, or name, or whatever, name and number, to enter a drawing I'm doing for a free wrap. Get them to do that. Now you have their contact information to follow up with them later. Another thing is, on the back of your Blitz card, there is an area for labels here. You can get these labels. I like to put my name, my number, my email, and my website. I want to give them different options, different ways to contact me. And one way that you can, one tip that you can use to get their information is go ahead and get it printed on your label, like big and bold. Text wrap me to enter a drawing for a free wrap. And so they'll text you, and now you have their phone number. So you save their number in your phone as potential. And then I like to add little notes in there, like met at the food court in the mall, blonde curly hair, interested in wraps or something. Like I'll add a little note to her thing that I save in my phone. But now I have it. You can also, some people say, hey, text me and I will send you my before and afters. You've got to see them. So like there are a lot of different ways that you can get their information. I even have pulled up Facebook many times and pulled up the search engine and handed it to them and said, hey, are you on Facebook? Let's connect, because I run a lot of giveaways and I have a lot of, I have specials sometimes. So, I can keep you updated. And so there are a lot of different ways. And then when I put them on Facebook that way, I just keep them organized. I write it down. Everybody stays organized in different ways. You can write it down in your planner. You can use Facebook lists, which we'll talk a little bit about in a minute, to organize your Facebook friends. But that's another great way, because now you're not only going to have a way to contact them and stay connected, but now they're going to see your posts and they're going to learn even more about what you have to offer. So a lot of great tips on making that connection, getting their information to follow up with later. So blitzing's super easy. Hey, would you like a coupon? I have a coupon for you. If you needed it even more of an icebreaker, you could, if someone's wearing green, you could say, hey, today I'm giving out coupons to everyone who is wearing my company's color. Or today I'm handing out coupons to all of my fellow moms that I see in the mall today. Or, like whatever, like you can come up with anything to like just kind of introduce yourself that way. Everywhere you go, and I keep these in my purse along with a wrap or two, because some people that you blitz will buy those wraps off of you, and that is $25 a pop of cash that you're going to get. That's just extra. So, I mean, I have literally taken a 3-day trip to Tennessee and back and paid for my entire trip with wrap cash because I was blitzing along the way and selling wraps. So awesome. I love wrap cash. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to speak about, we're going to be done in about 15 minutes or so, is social media. Even if social media isn't your focus, you definitely need to be utilizing this incredible tool that we have. Social media, I mean, there are 2 billion active users on Facebook every day, just Facebook. That's not including Instagram. And so social media is crazy. That's how people keep up with you. That's how people get to know you. Okay, we got 10 minutes. So it is absolutely, you're absolutely crazy if you don't use it to some extent. Now, there are people who solely build their business on social media. And there are people that use social media as a tool to build their business, but it's not the only tool. So it really just depends on how you want this to look for you. But I have some tips for you guys tonight. Entering this season of planting seeds on social media. Um, I like to try to post 3 to 5 times a day. That is not all it works. I am trying to post about my girls. I'm posting about my life. I'm posting about my exercising. I'm posting about my, maybe new recipe that I'm trying. I'm posting a song that I love, or a quote that I love, or a Bible verse that I love, things that I love. I want to be me first on social media. But I also want to post, I try to post once a day about a product that I'm using. And that could be the same product every day. That could be different products. If you only have one product that you use, post about it every day. You know, only 5 to 9% of your Facebook friends actually see your posts. So if you're posting about drinking the greens absolutely every day, it's not that if you have 1,000 friends, it's not that 1,000 of your friends are seeing that post every single day. Now mix it up, don't post the same post every day, but don't keep that from keeping you from sharing what this is doing for you. And then you could also mix in maybe some other testimonials and things as well in place of that if you would like. But I try to post about something, a product that I love that I'm using, what it's doing for me or what it's doing for someone else once a day. The best times to post are morning, noon, afternoon, like 3-ish, evening, like 6:30-ish, and then late at night, as late as night, as late at night as possible. Gosh. Those are the best times, and it really just, you can mix it up whenever you post about your product or whatever. And I also try to post once a day about, we call this a life post. So a post or an opportunity post, a post about, when you get paid. For example, when you get paid from It Works, even if it's a $10 check, and you're buying a Starbucks coffee with that $10, post about that. How, It Works, your It Works paycheck is treating you to a coffee today, or putting gas in your car, or buying your kids a donut, or whatever it is. Post about that. Post about, just how awesome it is to be making money from home or to get paid early. Like, there's always those kind of ways. If you've been in the business for a while, you can talk about what the business has done for you. Whether you've been in the business for a while or not, you can definitely be talking about what your business is going to do for you and your family. Putting that out there, being confident. People are drawn to that. People are drawn to that energy and that confidence. They want to follow someone who knows where they're going. So make a list, make a schedule. I like to set alarms on my phone to remind me, hey, it's time to post. And then most days, now that I've kind of gotten the habit of it, my brain's kind of already programmed. I'll just post as the day goes on. If something happens at if I just posted at 8 and something happens at 8:45, I'll put that post into Facebook and I'll save it as a draft, and then I already have something to post at noon. That way I'm not posting on top of each other, because you can post too much. It can hurt you. But post, be you. When your mouth is open, your business is open. And this is definitely a way to show people that you are serious about your business, that you are consistent, and to educate them as well. So definitely post. You right now, this season is a season of planting seeds. And what we mean by that is you want to be making as many connections with people as possible. Because come January, if your list, if between now and January you met and talked to 150 people, come January, you're going to have that list, and a lot of those people are going to sign up between January and April. That is our booming season. So if you talk to 20 people between now and January, your list is small. If you talk to 500 people between now and January, which is super, super doable, I would even say that maybe a low number. I mean, think about it. If you're talking to even 10 people a day. Like, I mean, you might not have that many, but still, like it's it's doable. Just know the more seeds that you can plant between now and January, the bigger the explosion your business will experience come January. This will be my 5th January coming in. I have experienced it year after year after year. So definitely know that this is a season of planting seeds. So I say that so that when you talk to 10 people about the business or the products and none of them sign up, it's okay. Or one of them sign up, it's okay. You know that you have now planted 10 seeds or 9 other seeds that you are going to see harvest come January, hopefully. So the more seeds that you can plant this time of year, I mean, just go nuts. This is the time of year when I just go nuts. I build my contact list. I build my network on social media. I dig in and I plant as many seeds as possible because come January, it's going to be so, so exciting. And my business will still grow between now and then. It definitely will because I'm doing what I need to do. But compared to the number of people that I'm going to be talking to this time of the year, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what is going to come. So making new friends, you've got to be, you do have your warm market. You do have a lot of connections maybe on Facebook and stuff already. But I want to encourage you to set a number. You want to be growing your network daily. So I like to do like 20 Facebook friends a day. The way that I have found that's great to do this is to join some groups that you have something in common with. Find some groups that you about topics that you can connect with people. Post an introductory post whenever you join those groups. Hi, my name is Whitney. I'm so excited to be on this group. Don't say anything about it works ever. Just be you, interact. When someone likes your post or comments, check them out, send them a friend request. And just engage on posts, and as you do that, you can find people that you would like to befriend, and then send them a friend request. As you gain those friends, keep track of everyone. Get you a notebook, your planner. Keep track of everyone, all of these seeds that you're planting, and then because as you're growing your network, you're going to connect with this new network. So you're going to go to their Facebook pages on a regular basis. You're going to comment. You're going to build a relationship with these people, and then eventually you're going to reach out to them if they don't reach out to you first. You're going to reach out to them about the products, about the business. Follow your gut. Follow your gut. Honestly, it's different with everyone. Some people, I speak to them pretty quickly. Some people I wait, and some people I talk to about the products. Some people I talk to about the business. I just follow my gut. I find out after learning and getting to know them more, exactly how our relationships needs to proceed. So even if I reach out to them and they don't sign up right away, or even I reach out to them and they aren't interested, it's okay. I have planted that seed, and I'm going to keep building my relationship with these people. I'm going to keep complimenting their hair and their kids and sharing recipes and stuff. And I'm going to stay organized. Got to keep track of these people, because come January, we're going to see the harvest, and I'm so, so excited.
Less than a minute.
Okay. All right. So last thing, from everything that you've heard today, if you're interested in doing vendor events or parties, write that down. Write down on your game plan. Okay, I'm going to book 2 parties and I'm going to find a vendor event this week. Look at your blitzing and say, I've got 5 blitz cards in my purse. I'm going to hand those out this week. I'm going to give this a try, and think about where you're headed, and think about it ahead of time before you go into the grocery store, before you go into the restaurant. Social media, everything that I've just given you, write down a game plan. Okay, I'm going to post at these times. I take my greens every morning. I'm going to post about my greens. I'm going to find some groups this week. Make a game plan. You have to set